From early childhood, everyone feels a spark within themselves, an inner glow that, however, is sometimes hidden beneath a veil of disappointments, doubts, and feelings of insignificance. Surely many have wondered why some women attract everyone's attention, even without saying a word. The answer lies not in external attributes, such as clothing or makeup, but in something much deeper and more elusive, yet incredibly powerful. When a person enters a room and notices that nothing changes, it's important not to try to change oneself, but to awaken what is already inside. That very fire that has been dimmed by routine, fear of rejection, or the belief that there is no longer room for self-expression, it is this that transforms a person into a magnet. Attractiveness is something that is not always seen, but always felt. It manifests in how high the head is held, how energy is directed, how a person makes others feel in the presence of someone special. Often the thought arises that in order to make an impression, it is necessary to completely change one's appearance. But in reality, all that is needed is awareness and intention to transform any interaction. It's not about competition, but about radiating something unique that cannot be copied. This is a presence that declares itself without permission, needs no embellishments or explanations. How a person occupies their space speaks volumes more than 1,000 words. Posture, gestures, thoughtful pauses, and even a glance held on someone a little longer than usual can become the most seductive language. Attractiveness is born when there is no need to prove anything. The world responds when the inner state and way of interacting with it changes. Inner confidence that does not need approving nods, an imperturbable calm that does not seek to please every passerby, and self-sufficiency that radiates enjoyment of one's own company. This is what leaves an indelible mark in the hearts of those around. People forget the words spoken, but they forever remember the feelings that were given to them. Therefore, every gesture should be filled with meaning. Every word should carry an emotional charge that affects the subconscious, but at the same time, remain sincere and natural. There is a colossal difference between simply being present and being noticed. A true master of attracting attention does not need screams and exaggerations. Their weapon is a powerful magnetic energy that transforms the atmosphere around them without requiring unnecessary movements. If, upon crossing the threshold, you feel invisible, you prematurely deprive yourself of power. Gait, gaze, even the rhythm of breathing, all this can play a decisive role between a faceless existence and the role of the center of everyone's attention, even without uttering a single word. Magnetism is not a genetic predisposition, but the result of painstaking work on oneself. To awaken desire, interest, and curiosity, it is not at all necessary to have ideal forms or follow the latest fashion trends. It is enough to master the art of mystery, to allow another person to approach, without fully understanding the reason for the inexplicable attraction. Someone who knows how to use silence as an expressive melody does not rush to answer and does not fill pauses with meaningless noise, leaves behind an echo that sounds much louder than any prepared speech. Excessive accessibility makes you predictable. Give another person's imagination the opportunity to work for you. This is one of the most effective techniques for genuine and long-term seduction. The most common mistake is striving to please everyone, meet other people's expectations, and adapt to any situation. This does not make you desirable, but on the contrary, turns you into an invisible person. The magnetism of a personality is born not from the pursuit of perfection, but from unfeigned sincerity. It is the confidence with which a person appears before the world, aware of their value, but not flaunting it. True attractiveness needs no adornments. It is like a treasure that gradually opens to a careful gaze. Like a precious secret, true attraction is not imposed but allows itself to be felt, formed from nuances so subtle that they are difficult to express in words, but which are unmistakably captured by the heart. Of great importance is how you interact with the world around you, how you behave in society, what you convey in your conversations, how you manifest yourself in every gesture and even in silence. People instinctively react to your energy, to the aura that surrounds you. A calm confidence, manifested in your posture, manner of speaking, how you occupy space and engage in interaction, creates a mesmerizing atmosphere. Being noticeable does not mean constantly being the center of attention. On the contrary, the most attractive people do not seek universal adoration, but when they do desire it, they do not need permission to shine. It is important to know when to restrain oneself and when to express oneself, to know when to be silent and when to speak. A woman who walks through life with her head held high, not out of arrogance, but out of a sense of inner peace and harmony with herself, possesses the kind of power that truly ignites the hearts of those around her. It is unlikely that anyone can resist a personality that radiates confidence without demonstrating a desperate desire to please, but also without building an impenetrable wall around themselves. True attractiveness lies not in flawlessness, but in the confidence with which a person embraces their uniqueness. At times, barely perceptible details can produce a much greater effect than radical changes in appearance. A fleeting movement, a gaze lingering a little longer than usual, eye contact that does not break in confusion. It is these subtle manifestations that leave an indelible mark on the observer's mind. Attractiveness is not ostentatious. It is more like an energy that emanates naturally and effortlessly, drawing others in like a magnet without visible effort. Every time you present yourself with a sense of inner strength and self-sufficiency, without needing external approval, you are sending a clear signal to the world. I am good as I am, and whoever wants to be with me will have to appreciate that. It is on this foundation that any genuine connection is built, whether with a stranger or with loved ones. When it comes to capturing someone's attention, there is no need for excessive noise or extraordinary efforts. On the contrary, the more natural and sincere you are, the easier it will be to attract attention without creating the impression of being intrusive. The most powerful attractiveness is that which is not chased after, but allowed to blossom organically. It is a connection based not on demonstrating an idealized version of oneself, but on sincerely expressing one's true essence with all its nuances, strengths, and weaknesses. It is this vulnerability, which does not turn into weakness, but becomes a reflection of inner strength, that attracts the most. The ability to remain oneself is that quiet power that unfailingly works on others. In the art of attracting the attention of a stranger, the key is not what you do, but how you do it. Every gesture, every movement must be filled with that elusive energy that goes far beyond external attractiveness or contrived behavior. True charm lies not in constantly being the center of attention, but in possessing such a unique individuality that attracts glances naturally and effortlessly. This is manifested in the manner of speech, in non-verbal cues, in the grace of gait, in confident posture, in the attitude towards others. And this is achieved by a simple but important condition: a sense of harmony with oneself, confidence in one's own worth, accepting oneself as one is, without disguise or tricks. Your attitude towards yourself plays a defining role in how others perceive your attractiveness. Regardless of how many fashionable tricks or behavioral strategies you apply, without a positive and confident inner mindset, they will have no power. It is important to learn to enjoy your own existence, to look in the mirror and see not only the reflection, but also all the qualities that you can offer the world without needing approval from others. Self-confidence is not an instant acquisition, but the result of daily work on oneself, a gradual strengthening of belief in one's own abilities. The more you work on yourself, the easier it will be to radiate that powerful and attractive energy that makes others strive to communicate with you, even without a direct invitation. An important detail in attracting attention, especially that of a stranger, is the ability to command one's space. The way you position yourself in a room, how you sit or move, says a lot about you even before you utter the first word. Body language is one of the most powerful tools for attracting attention without resorting to words. Elegant gestures, expressive glances, subtle movements of the hands, and magnetic eye contact are all facets of nonverbal communication that have a colossal impact on others. This silent language can attract or repel, sometimes even unconsciously. Secrecy and slouching can make you invisible in a crowd, while an open, confident, and upright posture instantly attracts attention. Your gait is another key element of this non-verbal repertoire. It is amazing how such a simple thing as the manner of movement can drastically change the impression you make. Confidence in your gait is a direct reflection of your inner conviction in yourself. When you walk steadily without rushing, aware of the purpose of your movement, you create a powerful and attractive image that doesn't need additional embellishments. There is no need for a fussy rhythm or hasty steps. It is enough to walk with determination, as if each step is filled with purposefulness and strength. This attitude is projected onto others even before they have time to assess your appearance. In addition, the skillful use of accessories can be a surefire way to emphasize individuality and instantly attract attention. One of the simplest and most effective tools is glasses. Whether you wear them for vision correction or prefer sunglasses, this small detail can make your look much more intriguing and memorable. Glasses not only improve vision, but also add a touch of sophistication and mystery, attracting the eyes of others. Dark glasses, for example, create an aura of confidence and strength, while eyeglasses give you an intellectual and attractive look, as if you are a woman who knows what she wants and is not afraid to show it. Thus, glasses not only transform your appearance, but also give you a unique magnetism that is impossible not to notice. On the other hand, everyday little things can become a powerful tool on the path to magnetic attractiveness. Take, for example, the way you handle your cell phone in public. Often, people staring intently at screens, typing messages, or pretending to be having important negotiations unwittingly broadcast a sense of inner insecurity and detachment from reality to those around them. Instead of plunging headlong into the virtual world, try to feel yourself here and now, in the place where you are. Leave your gadget aside when communicating with others, thereby demonstrating your full involvement in what is happening around you. Such behavior indicates not only maturity and self-control, but also high self-esteem, because you do not need external stimuli to feel comfortable. The lack of need to constantly check your phone seems to speak of your self-confidence and willingness to face any moment head-on without hiding behind a saving screen. It is this attitude that attracts others, because people subconsciously look for those who do not need constant confirmation of their own importance, who do not try to fill the inner void with distracting factors. The ability to be here and now, to sincerely interact with others, will undoubtedly attract attention to your person, because an aura of calm and confidence will emanate from you, requiring no additional effort. Another important aspect that can attract the attention of a stranger is your behavior in a social environment. At the same time, not only external attractiveness is important, but also the ability to interact with others. Self-confidence is manifested not only in posture and gestures, but also in the manner of communication and the energy that you radiate. Openness, friendliness, and sincerity, as a rule, attract people. The true power of attraction lies in how you make others feel around you. When you radiate warmth and friendliness, people instinctively gravitate to your company, which creates an instant connection. When communicating with others, try to avoid complaints and expressions of insecurity. It is unlikely that anyone will want to get closer to a person who constantly pours out complaints or demonstrates dissatisfaction with their own person. It is much more productive to distract yourself from gloomy thoughts and conversations about what you lack and start sharing your triumphs, talking about activities that inspire you, about things that make you feel proud. A positive outlook on life not only attracts the attention of others, but also presents you as a purposeful, strong, and self-confident personality. People are drawn to those who have a clear understanding of themselves and the world around them. It is this inner energy that allows you to stand out from the crowd. It is important to realize that true attractiveness grows not only from the opinions of others, but also from your own self-esteem. Self-confidence is the cornerstone of any successful interaction, whether it is personal life or career. If you yourself do not see value in yourself, then it will be difficult for others to see it. One of the main secrets of attracting attention is the radiation of confidence, conviction in your uniqueness and value, in the fact that you have something to offer the world. When you manage to believe in your own importance, it is transmitted without words. This is a special aura, an energy that those around you feel, and it attracts people like a magnet. Another surefire way to grab the attention of a stranger is the power of words. Your manner of expressing yourself has a huge impact on how others perceive you. Using a rich, respectful vocabulary, combined with a confident tone of voice, can play a decisive role. When your speech demonstrates education and sophistication, people are drawn to you not only because of your appearance, but also because of your communication skills. This is not an appeal to speak pompously or artificially, but it is important to realize the power of words and how they shape the opinions of others about you. Possessing a rich vocabulary is not merely a demonstration of intelligence, it is a sign of self-control and self-confidence. The ability to conduct a conversation respectfully, avoiding rudeness and vulgarity, creates an image of a mature and refined personality. People are drawn to those who can express their thoughts smoothly, who know how and when to express themselves effectively. Such communication is not only attractive, but also possesses the power to charm and hold the attention of the person you are speaking with. It is equally important to be able to talk about interesting things, demonstrating your knowledge and passions. This allows you to capture the attention of those around you without much effort. Do not limit yourself to superficial topics. Talk about what inspires you, your interests, your experiences. This will make you much more attractive to those seeking sincere and meaningful communication. After all, attractiveness is not just about appearance, but also about the mental and emotional connection that you are able to establish with others. Having gained attention, do not stop there. If you strive for genuine and lasting attraction, you need to go beyond the first impression and establish a deeper connection. True attraction arises when values, interests, and energies align. Therefore, do not limit yourself to superficial techniques. Be prepared to open up and be yourself. Authenticity is the key to the prosperity of any relationship, be it friendship or romance. The secret of irresistibility lies in the ability to be yourself, but in the best version. By managing your energy, speech, presence, and mood, radiating confidence, security, and sincerity, you will inevitably attract the attention of the person you desire. True attraction is born from within, and by mastering inner strength, you will see everything else fall into place. The way you present yourself also plays an important role. The first step to instant attraction is your appearance. Clothing is not just material covering the body, it is a reflection of your style, mood, and individuality. It is important to dress not to impress others, but to feel confident, comfortable, and strong. When your outfit gives you a sense of harmony with yourself, that energy is transmitted to your every movement. It is not necessary to have a huge wardrobe of expensive and fashionable clothes. The main thing is to understand what suits you, what emphasizes your strengths and makes you unique. A well-chosen outfit can transform your image, but the main thing is to be able to wear it with confidence and dignity. Sometimes a simple smile and straight posture say more than the most exquisite outfits. Taking care of your body is another important aspect that affects not only your health, but also your self-perception. This is not about chasing imposed standards of beauty, but about maintaining a balance that gives you strength and energy. The energy emanating from a person who is satisfied with their body does not go unnoticed. It is important to understand that taking care of yourself is not about striving for perfection, but about accepting and respecting your body. If you pay attention to your well-being, it will inevitably affect your posture, manners, and communication with others. By taking care of your body, you strengthen not only your physical, but also your mental health, filling every interaction with positive energy. Attraction between people is a complex process in which appearance plays far from the only role. Much more important is the energetic message that we transmit in communication. The ability to establish an emotional connection, showing empathy, kindness, and genuine sincerity, opens the way to the hearts of those around us. Authenticity, the ability to listen and value the feelings of others, are qualities that attract like a magnet. Creating an atmosphere of comfort and trust allows people to relax and feel at ease, which undoubtedly contributes to rapprochement. Regardless of where communication takes place, at a social event, in a work environment, or simply on the street, the ability to establish human contact is a key factor. It is important to be able to recognize when it is appropriate to speak out and when it is better to remain silent, because often the ability to listen plays a decisive role. Attractiveness does not always consist of eloquence or extravagant speeches. Sometimes it is enough to simply be present in the conversation, showing genuine interest in the words of the person you are speaking with. Active listening demonstrates our concern and creates a sense of deep connection. It is important to remember that not only our words, but also the feelings we evoke with our presence shape the impression of us. Developing attentive listening skills opens up new horizons in interpersonal relationships. When a person feels heard and valued, they experience attraction, understanding that they are not just dealing with a superficial conversationalist, but a personality capable of deep understanding and empathy. The influence of relationships on the perception of personality. How your image is formed in the eyes of others. The way you build connections with other people directly affects how society perceives you. This is not about trying to please everyone you meet, but about creating sincere and lasting relationships, the foundation of which is mutual respect and genuine honesty. When you are surrounded by people who value your individuality and accept you as you are, your inner energy becomes more positive and brighter, which inevitably reflects on your image in the eyes of others. Conversely, if you constantly find yourself in situations where you feel belittled or ignored, this self-doubt can manifest in your behavior and interactions with others, pushing them away from you. Do not be afraid to break off relationships that bring you nothing but negativity and disappointment. On the contrary, By surrounding yourself with people who inspire you to self-improvement and help you unlock your potential, you multiply your attractiveness. After all, people are subconsciously drawn to the positive energy you radiate, and they are attracted to those who demonstrate strength of spirit and confidence in their relationships with the world. In addition, it is important to remember that attractiveness is not just about external beauty. Of course, the first impression is often formed on the basis of appearance, but it is the inner essence of a person that leaves a true and indelible impression. People are attracted to those who have a clear idea of life goals, who are passionate about their work, and who are not afraid to express their individuality. Self-confidence and authenticity are the two pillars on which true attractiveness is based. When you allow yourself to be yourself, not hiding behind masks and not pretending to be someone you are not, people begin to appreciate you for your true essence, and this has a profound and lasting impact on their perception of you. In the pursuit of gaining the attention of others, there is no place for self-pity. Constant complaints about shortcomings and dissatisfaction with yourself create an aura of negativity around you, repelling others. Instead, direct your energy towards revealing your strengths and emphasizing your individuality. Every person has a unique potential hidden within, a valuable gift to the world. By focusing on your strengths, you gain confidence that transforms all areas of your life. Your self-perception shapes how others perceive you. By radiating confidence and strength, you attract people to yourself, because human nature is drawn to those who value themselves.